Daily relationship rituals are the quiet power moves that keep love alive. They are not grand gestures. They are small moments that repeat until they shape who you are together. You are with whispered hearts. English, where we turn the ordinary into the glue that lasts. Picture a weekday dawn in an American kitchen, coffee dripping, the dog's collar chiming, sunlight marking a thin stripe across the counter. Your phone is already buzzing on the table. You glance at your partner and decide to set the tone, not the notifications. In that pause, the day's story is rewritten. Research shows that tiny, repeated behaviors stabilize emotions and build trust. Therapists report that predictability lowers stress, which opens the door to warmth, humor, and generosity. When a ritual is safe and consistent, the nervous system relaxes and listens. Have you noticed how a familiar routine calms you before you even speak? But there's something even quieter holding love together. It's the first exchange of the day, before the news, before the rush, before the commute. Think of it as the soft opening to your shared story. It's simple, and that is why it works. In the morning, swap a brief gratitude in plain language. I appreciate how you handled bedtime last night. I'm grateful you made coffee even when you were tired. The words are not poetry. They are honest, and they are enough. Make it eye level. One hand on a shoulder, a breath, a smile you actually feel. Keep it 10 to 20 seconds so it fits real life, not fantasy. Consistency beats intensity every time. What is one thing you could thank your partner for tomorrow morning? There's a twist that surprises almost everyone. What if the most powerful habit you'll ever build takes less than 10 seconds and costs nothing? What if it starts before your mouth even moves? The micro-ritual is attention, and the gift is presence. Let your gaze land fully, the way you look at a sunrise on a road trip. Nod once, slow, signaling I'm here. Then say your gratitude, and let silence be part of the ritual. Have you tried pausing long enough for your words to actually land? But mornings are only the opening chapter. The day gets loud. Traffic hums on the freeway. Slack messages stack up. A meeting runs long. Rituals survive by being small enough to carry in your pocket. A midday touchpoint can be a single line. Thinking of you. No need to reply. It is not logistics. It is warmth without demand, a quiet thread across the hours. When you send it, you protect the climate of the evening before you get there. Think of this as tending embers, not building a bonfire. You are keeping the connection warm so it lights easily later. That tiny message lowers the barrier to reconnection after work. When was the last time you sent a note that didn't ask for anything? But evening is where resilience is either made or spent. Most couples enter the door carrying the day like a heavy bag. The ritual that matters now is the check-in, and it starts before problem-solving. It starts with presence again. Choose a consistent spot if you can. The stoop under autumn leaves, the kitchen island, the couch with a throw that still smells like laundry detergent. Sit side by side, not nose to nose. Ask, high, low, and one feeling from today. Let the listener mirror back one sentence. So your high was finishing the report, your low was the commute, and you feel drained. No advice yet. No fixing. When repair is needed, keep it specific and gentle. I snapped earlier. I'm sorry. I want to try again now. How would it change your nights if you started with reflection instead of solutions? If tension rises, add a micro-ritual called the pause button. Breathe for 4 counts in, hold for 4, out for 6. When you both exhale, Name one thing you appreciate in the moment. This interrupts the spin and makes repair feel safer. Could a shared breath be your reset when voices lift? But there's a rhythm beyond the day-to-day. Resilient couples plan the week with care, not control. They safeguard us time the way you'd block a doctor's appointment. It matters because unplanned time rarely becomes quality time. Pick a recurring slot that fits your life. Sunday afternoon at the dining table while the game murmurs in the background. Friday morning on the porch with mugs fogging in crisp winter air. 2 calendars out, 1 intention in. What matters most this week? Protect 1 anchor activity that nourishes your bond. A walk around the neighborhood after dinner. A phone-free meal at the diner with the red vinyl booths. A shared playlist and a slow stretch under a ceiling fan on a still summer evening. Which weekly anchor would you actually look forward to protecting? When plans collide, choose flexibility without losing the thread. If the walk gets rained out, drive to the market and pick fruit together under the soft buzz of the lights. If a late meeting steals dinner, split a midnight grilled cheese and light a candle anyway. The ritual is not the location. It is the commitment to return. But even the best plans meet real life. Kids get sick, projects explode. You come home empty and short. This is where micro-repair becomes your quiet superpower. If you blow up over something small, close the loop within the same day when possible. I'm sorry for the tone I used about the dishes. The stress wasn't yours. Then balance it with a brief action. Tidy the sink. Bring a glass of water. Rub a shoulder for 30 seconds. Apology plus action rebuilds trust faster than words alone. In your home, what action says, "I mean it," after "I'm sorry"? Midway through, a word of belonging. Here at Whispered Hearts, English, we create a space where couples can calm down, learn gentle tools, and feel less alone. You are allowed to be imperfect here. You are allowed to try again tomorrow. Let's weave in the evenings more deeply, because nights can either heal or harm. The check-in works best when it is predictable and brief. Set a soft boundary around screens. Even 5 minutes helps. Light in the room matters too, because your body relaxes when the scene says safe. Ask questions that invite feeling without forcing details. What do you need from me tonight? Listening, help, or space? Then respect the answer and check once more later. End the check-in by naming one thing you're looking forward to together. What would change if you ended most days on the same emotional team? But the body keeps score in tender ways. Add a tactile ritual that asks for nothing more than connection. A 3-second forehead kiss. A long hug until breathing matches. Warm hands around a mug passed from one to the other. Therapists report that gentle touch paired with permission calms the nervous system. The key is opting in, not obligation. Ask, hug, and wait for yes. Then hold without talking. Do you already have a touch that says, "I'm here," without needing to be earned? There is a seasonal poetry to rituals that anchors memory. In spring, step outside together after a light rain and listen to tires hiss on wet pavement. In summer, wander the block at dusk while cicadas drone and back porch grills send up a sweet charcoal scent. In autumn, stir a pot of chili while you recount the day in warm kitchen light. In winter, share a blanket on the couch, breathe the cold window air, and let silence be sacred. But resilience also needs purpose. Once a week, ask a generous question about the future. What small win would make next week feel meaningful, together? Keep it small enough to succeed, then celebrate it with ridiculous enthusiasm when it happens. Celebration is not just fun. It teaches your brain to notice progress, which boosts motivation. Clap for the tiny wins. Put a sticky note on the fridge. Make the ordinary visible. Which small victory deserves a cheer in your house this week? Now, a challenge that makes change real right away. For the next 7 days, choose one morning gratitude, one evening check-in, and one brief weekly plan. Keep each piece under 2 minutes so you cannot talk yourself out of it. Track it on paper. At the end, ask, what felt easier by day 4 than day 1? If you miss a day, you are not broken. You are human. Start again at the next natural opening, like a fresh coffee pour or a closed laptop. Recovery is part of the ritual. Which ritual will you start today? But there's something many couples overlook. Rituals work best when customized to your energies and schedules. Morning people do morning. Night owls lean into night. Parents build rituals at kid height. Busy professionals use the edges of the day. In some homes, the ritual is a shared breakfast burrito on the porch steps. In others, it's 3 quiet minutes parked outside the gym before going in. If you share faith or meditation, you can layer it in. The point is not perfection. It is repetition with heart. On tough days, pull forward a proven reset. A 2-minute tidy in the space where you reconnect. A playlist that signals we're entering calm. A phrase that means we're on the same side. Me and you versus the problem. Have you named your reset so you both recognize it? Remember, you don't need more time. You need better timing. Stack rituals onto anchors that already exist. Gratitude with the first coffee stir. Midday warmth with your lunch ping. Check in right after you dim the kitchen lights. The habit piggybacks and the friction drops. If one of you travels, make a travel variation. A voice memo saying one thing you miss and one thing you're proud of them for. A photo of something ordinary from your day. Keep the thread, even across time zones. Which anchor in your routine could carry a tiny new connection? When conflict repeats, shape a repair map together in a calm moment. Name the signs you are flooding. Agree on a timeout phrase that feels kind. Decide how to return after 20 minutes with a glass of water, slower breath, and one sentence that starts with I. That plan reduces fear because it replaces guessing with hope. The repair map belongs next to your evening ritual in spirit. It says we expect storms, and we built a roof. It says we do not measure love by the absence of conflict. We measure it by the speed and gentleness of repair. What would your first line on that map be? Your environment can carry the ritual for you. Set a small lamp to a warm bulb for the check-in. Keep a pen and sticky notes by the coffee maker for the morning gratitude. Put a blanket on the couch that you both like the feel of. Texture matters. Comfort invites honesty. For some couples, shared movement becomes the ritual. A walk under bare winter trees that sketch the sky. A quick stretch on a mat in the bedroom before brushing teeth. Light movement lowers static and raises patience. You speak better when your body is listened to too. And for many, shared meals still matter, phones face down. One playful question on a scrap of paper in a bowl. What made you smile today? Where did you feel challenged? Eat what you can. Talk as you are. Leave the plates for 10 minutes. Connection, then chores. Would a single question at dinner change your evening? As you practice, notice the compound interest. Rituals turn moments into memory, memory into story, and story into identity. You become the couple who always meets at the window to watch the first snow. You become the pair who walks after storms to smell the clean pavement. That identity keeps you steady when life wobbles. Before we close, one more assurance from the heart. If you are new here and need a place that treats your love with care, whispered hearts, English will always welcome you. Our stories, tools, and soft reminders are here when you need them. You are learning. You are allowed to go slow. Here's your gentle finish. You don't need a grand plan to strengthen love. You need a few daily relationship rituals that you can do on your most average day. Start with gratitude. End with a check-in. Protect one pocket of weekly us time, and let it change the shape of your week. When you choose even one micro-ritual and repeat it, you tell your partner, you matter every day, not just on the special ones. That message is the root of resilience. It is the promise that makes long-term love possible. Which ritual will you start today? And what might your life feel like after 7 days of showing up on purpose? On the days you forget, remember the simplest rule. Return as soon as you notice. Say the small thing you can say now. Do the tiny action you can do now. Then meet again tomorrow, warmer than before. You've got this. Keep it human. Keep it consistent. Keep it kind. You are not performing love. You are practicing it, one reliable moment at a time, with the help of daily relationship rituals. And here at Whispered Hearts, English will be right here, cheering for every small step.